Hello guys, I'm going to run through producing coolant on one planet. It's not going to be loads of factories. It'll just be basic to advanced. It'll be producing one lot of coolant an hour, and you can just leave it there and let it produce over the course of a day. It's not going to be farming on all planets to produce at one main hub. It's just a very basic product chain. We're going to be producing coolant, so for that we need electrolytes and water. For that we need ionic solutions and aqueous liquids, which you can both find on storm and gas planets. Make sure you have your command center in your hull before you undock, otherwise you have to redock and it's just very annoying. Undock from station. Right, now you're very lucky because you can literally just undock as long as you're in the same system now and be tethered to a station. All nice and safe unless you're in nullsec or low. But you used to have to warp to the planets themselves, which got a lot of people in trouble. You want to find the planets on your overview. The way you can do that, which I find is very easy, is just keep clicking type until they appear at the bottom. We have 3 gas planets. We don't have any storm planets, so we're just going to look at the gas planets in planet mode. I've already placed a command center down for the purpose of just telling you in this video, but what you'll normally do is look through the planets, a scan, looks what's got more of the resource you're looking for on them, and then decide which planet. But I have already chosen this one for the video. Now I am assuming you do have some basic knowledge of scanning what you need. So the way we're going to do this is nice and neat. Is we want an extractor control unit. Just lay that down anywhere. These do not have to be anywhere near each other, guys, so it can be halfway around the other side of the planet if you really want it to. Lay one down, and I like putting a storage facility between them because I like everything nice and neat. Another extractor will be going there. Right, planetary links. Planetary links are, if you can imagine, roads and trains and freight trains and all sorts of things going between your section. This is how you can transport materials from one place to another. You have to create a link between everything, just like that. And just again, you'd click this, click the thing you want to start a link at, click the thing you want to end the link at, and then click submit. Right, setting up our extractors. I like setting up 6 or 7 depending on what your training level is. Look for what you want, which is ionic solutions. There is some there. That's because previously I scanned the deposit down, which I'm sure you already know how to do. I haven't set for them a day because it's just you just have to keep coming back for them. Otherwise, right, guys, the less time you have the cycle on for, the more you extract per hour. But pardon me, but what you would like is generally have a good day, because it means you can do other things. If a fleet comes up or a mining op comes up, you don't have to worry about wasting resources, wasting time. It's just give a day, and the first thing you do when you log on is go around, do all your PI, and you're good to go. Just whack them all down there. Right, submit. And now build. That's that one done. Right, we're eventually going to get to the point which you will see where it says where it would say our CPU is too much. If you get to this problem, it's because you need to upgrade your command unit. Yeah, so if you click on mine and I go upgrade, mine is at the maximum level reach. Yours might not be there yet because you haven't got the skill. You know, and the skill for that would be planet management, would be interplanetary consolidation. This gives you up to 6 planets. These skills, guys, for high sec are a must because there aren't many resources, so you just need them. You have to do quantity. Same thing with this extractor. We're looking for these liquids. Set it to a day. Whack these out here. As long as it's in the white, it shouldn't matter too much. Install, submit. Right, so they're extracting now. Right, what we need to do is if we go in here, products, this is how much you'll be producing and where it'll be routed to. Right, we need to route this to our storage area for both of these, because if you do not route them and they have nowhere to go, you will lose them and you would have done the whole cycle for nothing. Right, now we've got those sorted producing goods, we need to focus on what we're producing. So if we get a basic industry facility, I am going to post it here. I really hate it not being messy. I have no idea why. Put the 2 of them down and I'll explain why in a minute. Right, and now what you want these ones doing is we're going to be producing water with these ones. So install the schematic, water, submit. Now it should tell you up here you need 3000 input, so we need 6000 altogether. So 6000 would be every half an hour. So now we've done that, we want to link from our storage to that and create a link from the industry facility to the next industry. Submit. Now here, right, what we want to do is we want to go on routes. This tells you what's coming in, what's going out, and what's passing through. We need an aqueous liquids for what we're producing. So if we go here, these are coming in. We want to then create route to there, 3000, and go back, create another route for 3000. So the minute that storage facility gets the resources, it ships it out to the factories in the correct quantities. Submit that task. Now these are flashing because there isn't anything in there and they haven't had time to produce anything. Now what we want to do is we want to build 2 more basic ones. This is going to be for our electrolytes. Submit that. Schematic, electrolytes, same thing on this one. Install that, and just like we did before, I want to create a link between them. Install. Just like we did with the aqueous liquids, the ionic solutions, we need to create a route from them so it goes where it has to go. Click submit. Now everything has been routed from the storage unit to where it needs to go. This is where it can get a little bit more complicated. Now what we need to do is all the products that have been produced here in the produce, we need to route them back to the storage unit. So we're routing the water back to the storage. So when it's created, it will go back into the storage unit. The reason why we're doing this is because if there isn't ever enough in a factory, or anything gets backlogged, we won't lose the product we've just created. And if you get stuck out one day and you haven't had a chance to come back and do your PI, you're not losing hours and hours and hours worth of time. Alright, finally we need an advanced facility which can go there. Now this just needs one link to it. I like putting two because it's even, and then put a launch pad behind that and create a link from there to launchpad. Launchpad is how you're going to get stuff off the planet to you. Right, the advanced facility, go up to schematics, and we are producing coolant. So go down to coolant. It requires 40 water and 40 electrolytes, which is why we built two of the basic factories producing 20 each. The coolant you then want routed into the launchpad, that way you haven't got an expediter transfer and move everything around, it's just easier. So from there you want to go back to your storage unit, routes, and you got electrolytes incoming, it'll be going to the advanced facility, and then electrolytes, advanced facility, do the same thing. You want the water, create route, go into the advanced facility, water, that, go into the advanced facility, create route, now submit. And now it's just literally a case of waiting. So I'm going to wait for a couple of cycles, and then I'll get back to you and show you how to transfer it from the planet to your cargo hold. Again guys, this is a very basic how to set it up. If you did this with the other things on other planets, just left it for a week, you'd be able to come back and you'd have a launch pad full of the resources that you could then use to put towards fuel blocks or just sell. At one point coolant was a very profitable way of making ISK, especially as you don't have to do anything. You can just log in for like 20 minutes a day. Now you set it up, manage it, and you're good to go. Right guys, I'm back. As you notice, I'm not flying my Orca anymore. That's because I've put everything down, and this is the ship you eventually want to skill into for PI. It will be a Caldari, I believe, is it not? No, well, a Mar. I don't know, I can't remember anything anymore. Glente. Right, here's an Epithnol. or an epithal, or however people want to call it. It's called many different names. I've heard it called crazy things like stick insect because of what it looks like. Right, show you the info. The reason why this is important, it has a 45,000 M3 planetary commodities hold, which means it can hold a lot. It doesn't take a lot to fly it. Spaceship Command Level 3 and Galante Industrial 1. I don't have this fitted at the moment, really, because I'm in high sec. I am in a system where there's not a lot of traffic, not a lot of gank. I'm perfectly comfortable undocking in it. There are, obviously, you would want to fit it depending on where you are, low sec, high sec, put a cloak on it, probably, just to enjoy it. Right, from here, you want to go up to here, go planetary economies, it'll show you. Now you want to walk to the customs office at 0. Now while you're warping, feel free to look at your planet in planet mode. This makes everything so much quicker, especially if you've got loads to do. As you can see, I had some leftover materials from another character, so I put them in here to help out. But as you see, our extractors are producing. Well, nothing in there at the moment, but they are producing. Produced 2 lots of water is being produced, being right back there. 100% input, which means there is already enough there for the next lot when that finishes. That's 90%, but it's got another 15 minutes to go, so that cycle will be done in another 15, which will fill that up. The same with this, you know, 15% there, 0 there, but like I said, it will be done by the time. Current output is 5,000, so within 15 minutes we'll have enough to do both of them. The advanced facility, you see, it's 100%. It's got enough materials. It's producing every hour coolant, 5 units of coolant. So if we go, this is what you'll need to do, guys, when you're set up. Go to your space station, click storage, you'll see your coolant. Click the launch button, and now this takes you to this. This shows you the Planetary Customs Office. This is the Planetary Customs Office. It's a big floaty satellite in space which ships things to and from the office, and the cool thing is you can actually see like little ships flying between in and out of this port from the planet if you stand there and wait for long enough. Now we need to take this from the, this is what costs, which is where you have to work out how much tax you're paying on it to whoever owns the POCO. So this guy, it says YNF Holdings owns this POCO, which will be these guys here. You know, tax rate 100%, which is crazy. That's for their corp. This will be lower. So we're paying 25,200 ISK to transfer this. We can hit the transfer button. Now this ends up in this station from the planet. It's up to you, whatever poetic licensing you want to say gets it from the planet to here. Generally it'll be that capsule there. It'll be docking. Then we want to drag this over into our planetary commodities hold. And now that's in our cargo hold. When you go back, it's always good to go back to your planet, check you're happy with everything, make sure there's no changes that need to be submitted. Just let it run, and it will fill every hour. It will fill that up. So every hour you'll get 5. You know. So if you want to pull it on a day cycle, guys, then you're looking at 5 units times the 24. You're looking at 124 units of coolant. You know, and considering, you know, it's gonna not take that much coolant per fuel block, it's just good. Just leave it for a week, leave it for a day. You know, just set it up and leave it. Don't get too focused on PI that it takes you away from the fun of the game, because I promise you it will get boring. You know, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Especially this is good for PvP corps, like a lot of PvP corps in low sec and null sec will do things like this, because it will just purely fund their ships that they can just throw away. Like they'll order 100 destroyers, or you know, 1,000 frigates, and it all costs money. And the way they subsidize that is just by logging in for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and setting up PI. This is a very basic chain, remember, you know, very, very basic. I will be doing another one very soon for enriched uranium, mechanical parts, consumer electronics, and then robotics. So there you go. Eventually, if anyone wants it, I will do a massive one where you just set up extractors on the planets and you transfer everything to factory planets. It's a very big operation, you know, it'll be done between 2 characters, but it will be producing you a hell of a lot more resources. But you do need the skills and the training. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope this helped. You know, if it didn't, let me know. If it did, you know, just pop in a thank you or what I can do better. It's my first video, that's why I always sound a bit nervous. I'm not really used to this stuff. Hopefully it's going to help my confidence as well. So, fly safe, guys, and I hope to see you next time.